What did y'all think of the Al B. Shore post telling his son to come home?
Another
come on, Dad.
Another thing that could have been a text message, bro.
Dads, huh? Y'all are going up to the school for yours.
I don't like seeing all that shit, bro. Text him, call him.
Shit is goofy.
Like, why we? Wait, it's goofy to want your son to come.
No, it's goofy to do that on the internet.
To do that publicly.
Oh my God, I hate when y'all do this.
It's goofy to do it publicly. Number two, nigga, he been living over there that long.
What? What does that mean?
You really want to have a conversation or no? Nigga, he been living at another man's house this mad long. Now all of a sudden this nigga go through some ups and downs. When he had a downtime, you want him to come home? You should have been wanting him to come home. What the fuck we talking about?
Oh, this is
a little dude. I think this is a little heavier than ups and downs.
Yes, Homeland Security.
If your kid was living somewhere having a blast, cool. But when Homeland Security come up and rape allegations come up, then what's wrong with him wanting his kid to get out of there? One, and two, if he's putting this on the internet, I'm assuming that he doesn't have a line on him in person.
That says something to me.
Exactly.
Okay,
that says a lot to me.
That's one.
Go ahead. But
now, I'm with you.
We really want to have a conversation. There have been allegations for the last 20 years.
Exactly.
There's been rumors and whisperings, and I'll be sure it's in the industry. There's been rumblings for the last 20 years.
We're at the peak side of that now.
Allegedly.
Rumors, rumblings.
Allegedly. The law don't make it peak for me.
Okay, but the law may make it peak for a father.
Man, some of the shit we've been hearing about him, the law would have been peak.
Exactly.
Some of the shit that's been said about Puff over the last 25, 30 years.
The father, Homeland Security don't make it peak for me.
Stop, man. The Homeland Security is the
niggas just be want to jump on the bandwagon and do things that's convenient
and put it out.
So if you don't have a line on your son,
attach to some of that.
You don't have it look like you don't have a line on your son, and on top of that, you doing this on Instagram. Your son probably not gonna respect that. He probably feel like you doing some bullshit. This shit don't work. Sometimes this shit don't work.
So he shouldn't want his son back.
No, he should.
You should want his son to stay right where he is.
You should, but there's different.
Like
ways.
now, looks like a great time for somebody's son to be over there.
But if he would have showed his attempts to get his son from over there, that's different. This is just like another person hopping on a ship. To me,
it looks like a last attempt by a father who seems to be lacking a relationship with his son.
Did he?
It seemed like y'all are correlating those two.
Are we aware?
I'm clear that it looks like they lack a relationship. I'm with y'all. But even if we lack a relationship and I see some wild shit going on where you at, I want my kid back now.
All right, so if we lack a relationship, and I've been hearing, and there's been accusations of wild shit going on for over 2 decades.
We don't know that he hasn't tried that before.
But you didn't try on Instagram before.
But hold on,
Instagram ain't just get here today.
Let me ask you a question though, Ice. Let me
Instagram didn't just get here today.
But if you're using Instagram as a last resort, then who cares that Instagram was
so it looked...
Let me play devil's advocate, Ice. Mm-hmm. So what if this is like, Puff was too powerful for me to even go and get my son, right? I couldn't get no connection. Puff was too powerful. And now that he at his downfall, or now that he's fallen from grace, I'm able to take the opportunity because people will listen and look at it, and it may get to my son. What do you say to that?
Damn, you put it on the internet.
Some niggas be too powerful.
Your son can see it regardless. It didn't matter if you did this today, 2012, 2015, but whenever Instagram was out, and your son could see it. It ain't like you passed a message to somebody to say, give it to him.
But he ain't the first parent that as a last resort goes to Instagram to communicate to their kid. We've seen that a lot.
You know why a lot of people go to Instagram to communicate to somebody? Because now the public gets in and start, you should really listen to him. You should talk to him. So I'm trying to get the public to communicate with you for me, not just me.
So you don't think he wants his kid? You think
I'm not saying you keep trying to make it say we don't want his kid. He could want his kid. We just saying now that you're doing this, you're trying to get some attention from the public. This ain't just about, I just want to talk to you. I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to everybody so that they can get involved on this. That's what it looks like. It looks clout chasing.
I think that attention should be a scapegoat in some conversations. Like, what have we seen from Al B. Shore to say that you're an attention fiend?
What have we seen from Al B. Shore to say you've been trying to get in touch with your kid?
He said some things too. He said some things in recent about his sickness and how it might have came about, et cetera, et cetera. He said some things.
It don't sound like he said anything that he doesn't believe.
Don't matter. He said some things.
I mean, he's promoting his podcast.
I didn't
while
say he
talking about it.
believes it or he disbelieves
Wait,
it.
I'm only trying to get to
What'd you say?
whether you're saying something for attention purposes or not.
He tagged his podcast in the post with
Hey,
the
Joe,
Sun.
stop, please.
I clicked it as the
ain't
Al B. Shore podcast.
I didn't even know that part.
He
Stop.
tagged it.
Stop it. Stop it.
I didn't know that part of it.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Stop it.
Your sincerity go right out the window.
Out the window.
Fuck are you talking about?
I thought he was tagging his son. I wanted to see his son's Instagram. I clicked the picture, and it's his podcast.
Did he even tag the son?
No.
Wait, what podcast are you talking about? Where?
Okay. If you click this right here, that's the podcast. I was looking for his
Nigga,
son's
I'm a
Instagram.
fucking real man. You think I'd be clicking the picture to see the hidden?
All right, but now
No,
that
it's
we,
not hidden, Joe,
tags.
but I wanted to find his son.
but now that you see it though,
And what about, what's Transplant for All? That's another thing. I guess is that another thing.
It's
Health
organization or something?
Equity and Transplantation Coalition.
right? So you tagging all of this in the post? Come on,
What?
Did he tag his son?
that's all. Did he tag his son?
That's weird. That's
No, his son is not
All right.
tagged. What do you say to that, Joe? Or that doesn't matter to you?
To me, none of that matters.
Okay,
Got it.
respect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
respect.
That's peace.
That is peace for sure.
Yeah, I'm coming to get my son.
Right.
I mean, even though he can't, it's not. That's what I want to know. I want to know why he don't have his son.
that part.
That's what I want to know. I can't even really answer all the questions until I know why my son has been over there for X amount of years. Now
Your
again,
son grown
that
now,
stuff
my
gets
nigga.
that stuff gets too personal, so you don't even delve, you don't even explore that. But maybe he wanted his son all these years, and maybe now's the opportune time to try some shit.
And tag your podcast in your organization, right?
Hey, podcasts, a lot of podcasts out there. Y'all
Right.
just said it was oversaturated.
Got it.
But don't tag your son.
Why I got to tag my son?
That's
let
the
him
one,
know to
that's the
come
one
home.
you're talking to that you want to see.
That's the
this.
person that you supposedly want the message to go to, but you don't tag him. You tag the world and tag the I'll Be Sure podcast coming soon.
Y'all hating.
No, you caping.
Just logical.
I'm caping for
Yes.
saying somebody could
No,
want their
you're
son
caping.
back when Homeland
No,
Security
that's not
comes
what.
up?
No, you're caping because we're showing. Why would
You're caping now
You're
because
ignoring the
the
fact that this
facts
is clout
are not-
chasing shit that he's doing.
I'm not saying no. I'm not. Y'all on some new age internet fuck shit. I don't care about none of this clout chasing shit when it come to a dad talking about his son.
But
So
when
talk to your son.
clout
He
chasing-
didn't add him.
Yeah, and cloud chasing.
Talk to your son.
You over here promoting a podcast.
You're
my
promoting
nigga.
a pod.
Oh God.
That is
I
weird.
want. Yes, it's weird, but I also want my son when Homeland Security shows up to fucking
So go
the
get
house
your
that he's
son.
in.
So
You can't go.
tell
First off, you
your
can't go
son.
get shit. That's a grown man.
Joe, DMs
he
are a
ain't,
thing.
He ain't 16.
DMs are a thing. If you want your son sincerely, you DM your son. You know he's on his phone. Let's say you don't have his phone number. You send a DM to your son and say, yo, things are going on over there. I'm worried about you. Maybe you should come this way.
Okay, I think we're conflating things. I understand what y'all was saying. I'm saying I don't think Al B. Shore is wrong for wanting his son.
I didn't, nobody
No,
nobody
nobody
here
here
disagrees
disagrees
with
with
that.
son. No, he's not.
That's
Now,
not me
can we-
moving the goalposts.
Okay, now
Nobody said that.
Nobody said that. Now,
And I think he should want his son.
okay,
Nobody's
no,
nobody's
I
disputing
agree.
that. The
Okay.
manner
Now,
in which
the-
you're going about it is goofy.
All right, you're judging that.
He didn't even at the boy. The man, pardon me.
I want everybody's tea.
What's his son's name?
Quincy.
Quincy.
Can you do that later?
And Quincy,
Can you not do that for
He,
a second?
are we sure he even lives there or he just frequents there? Because he older
I don't
now.
know nobody's business to
Gotcha.
say it matter of factly.
Got you.
I don't know.
New Joe Budden.